I hadn't had a chance with ducks yet. Boy, them boss fives fold up poodoo. That's hilarious. I'm gonna get made fun of. That's alright. Mama's gonna make a gumbo, and Paul, that's gonna be good shot. Good morning, everybody. Long time no see. So we are going duck hunting. Get a new mud rig. So we'll explain that later. I hadn't been around for a while. We after the past few storms that we had in October, we worked a whole lot. Early November, we worked a lot. So me and Lee did make it for opening day, beginning of November, but we didn't shoot anything, so we didn't make a video. So this is me. I'm gonna be going by myself. We're going in a mud boat, and we'll go see what we can do. So it's been a few weeks. Season's been open for a few weeks now, and I'm hearing good things. So like I said, we don't have a lot going on. I just got this boat. Hadn't really had a whole lot of time to fool with it. So I got the things that I needed to get done. She's ready to go. We don't have a blind yet, but we'll figure that out here soon. So y'all stick around. I'll go ahead and hook her up to the truck, and we're gonna get going. All right, we have made it out here, and as you could about imagine, there are a lot of people here. You know, weekend, whatever, right? So I found a blind that currently nobody is in. We are about 25 minutes from shooting time. It's very foggy, very dark. I'm gonna hang tight for a little while, see if someone comes and claims it. And if nobody claims it, I'm gonna go ahead and jump on in it. So we'll see what happens. It's a decent little blind. Whatever. It is loaded with spent shotgun shells. So someone did some shooting here in the past few weeks that season's been open. So we'll see what happens. Nobody shows up, I'll just go a little further down, a few hundred yards, and just blind myself in. So all right, like I said, we're about 20-25 minutes from shooting time, and we'll see what happens with this little blind. Boat runs great. Thing's an animal. I didn't get it past probably a quarter throttle coming out here. It's dark. It's the first time I've been out here in years, much less in the dark. So I'm kind of looking forward to after the hunt and running it around and see what she'll do. So we'll see what happens. But all right, we're gonna wait a little while and we're gonna get set up and see if we can find a duck or two. I got plenty of people. There's plenty of spent casings around this little blind right here, so I have a feeling someone's been doing some shooting out here. Might have a few ducks. All right, we'll talk with y'all later. No shortage of coot around here. Man, look at a poodoo. Son of a gun. My mother-in-law be so mad at me for not shooting these. We won't tell her. But them boys gonna run out of shells shooting these poodoo. I've seen 3 actual ducks and hundreds of poodoo. Coot, as the Yankees call them. I'll stick around, maybe some actual ducks will show up. Cool, look at this one right here. Wow. Oh, by the way, they started shooting about, I don't know, 20 minutes before shooting time. They're getting better. I think it being so foggy had something to do with it. But they're getting better at following the rules, you know. Can't expect too much. think the fog had a lot to do with them waiting as long as they did. So here's a French lesson. Poodoo is a French word, and it's translated into English as water chicken. So they call coots water chickens. Which, if you look at them, it ain't far off. Their feet are more like a chicken than they are like a duck. And they scoot around and poke and peck like a chicken does. You know, something tells me I may actually be wasting my time waiting for some actual ducks. Because man, oh man, the war on the coot is on in full force out here. We got a ruddy duck, not a ruddy duck, we call him a grebe. Still only saw those 3 actual ducks. Just as it always happens, I stood up to take a leak, and guess what? 3 ducks come right over my head. Boy, boy, boy. I turned into a coot shoot. I ain't seeing no ducks. And I've had about all I could take of poor hunting. Besides, my mother-in-law would love me fab if I brought back a bunch of poodoo. It's 1 down, 14 to go. That's one thing about a gator tail. I've always ever had a pro drive, and in the shallow stuff I could just trim the motorway down and the foot will just bury into the grass or whatever and hold me still. This does not do that. Enough to give me some sort of spud pole or something. Kind of spud pole situation. The old 28 gauge and some Boss 5 shot. Puts a hurting on some coots. That's hilarious. Good grief. What are them things made out of? That's 2. Shooting like that, I'm gonna run out of shells before I get to 15. Oh, here's one. Really, David? That was a big whiff on the old Coot-Meister. There's a coot. Uncle David, you cannot shoot today, my friend. Well, almost fell on my head. Oh, we got that one. Well, I knocked the feathers out of him. Son of a gun. Try to at least shoot them all flying. I hadn't had a chance with ducks yet. Boy, them Boss 5s fold up poodoo. That's hilarious. I'm gonna get made fun of. That's alright. My mom's gonna make a gumbo, and Paul, that's gonna be a good shot. That's a shame, David. Oh, here comes one. Number 6. Wait till my mother-in-law sees I come back with this. Oh, she's gonna be happy. Oh, might be number 7 right here. Oh, I had 2 shells in my gun. Alrighty. So I've recovered 8 of the poodoo, or the coot, some of y'all may call them. We're gonna go make another pass before we leave for number 9. See if maybe we can find him. Maybe he dove and he'll float up or something. So while we wait to see if some actual ducks show up, if you can tell in the fog, all of my decoys are mallards painted to look like a poodoo. I see one's got his beak is going back orange, but they're all black with white beaks. Bills, sorry. A duck has a bill, not a beak. That's the only decoys I threw out. I've got like some mallards and some pintails, some redhead decoys, and another sack right here. I didn't even put them out. I think it'll be okay. As a matter of fact, I hadn't seen any but a few actual ducks. We took those mallards, there was a bunch of mallard hens, painted them black, painted the bills white, make them look like coot, as some confidence decoys. We did that last year. We didn't get to hunt much last year, so no test of whether it make a difference or not. I would say today has not been a test either, as the few ducks I have seen just finished getting shot at and they were coming by here really fast. So we'll see. We're gonna try to get on some better actual duck hunts. What we need is some cold weather. Cold weather would be awesome. So the way this came about was, it was getting close to duck season, and I said, you know what, I'm tired of not being able to hunt like I want to. So I was gonna buy me a little mud boat, keep my bass boat, but also buy a little mud boat, something like the Surface Drive, whatever. Well, I had put a good bit of work into the mud boat here. I mean, in the bass boat here the last couple of years. Within the last year, in 2020, gel coat, new carpet, new windshields, this, that, whatever. Now that one of my buddies talked me into, it's never gonna be worth more than what it's worth right now. Yeah, I guess so. So I sold the bass boat. Granted, y'all seen it maybe. It's a 2002, nothing fancy. Sold it, got $9,000 for it. More than I expected, but people told me it was worth more than that. I was happy to get $9,000. Sold the bass boat, and here we go on the hunt to find a mud boat. Well, my neighbor, got a few houses down, was selling that gator tail. It's a 2019 or 2018 37 gator tail, and it's had a little work done to it. And he says it's putting out a little over 60 horsepower. I can tell you, it's got more power than any of those Pro Drives I had. I was running out here at about a quarter throttle. Now the fog had a lot to do with that too, but still, I'm curious to see what she's gonna do. Once I'm gonna go run her around after we call it good with the birds over here. I am though waiting for the fog to lift. I don't want to go ride around in the fog. But anyway, bought that motor and started the search for a hole in a trailer. I looked at them all. Uncle Jay's, he makes a beautiful boat. Relentless makes a beautiful boat. Prodigy makes a beautiful boat. And I was about to get myself a little bit in debt. You know, just getting a note on the boat. To a good friend of mine, Clinton, you'll see him eventually. He had a 36 Pro Drive on this boat, on this hull. This is an 18 by 42 skiff, or flat bottom, whatever you want to call it. It's built by Sportsman Fabrication in Morgan City. So just up the road from where I live, this is where this was built. Well, his Pro Drive broke, which I'm gonna try to get fixed. I'm gonna get it running for him. And he told me that I could keep his boat and trailer and put my motor on it until I bought my own, or he was ready to buy himself another motor. Thought that was mighty generous of him. I took him up on it, mounted the gated tail to the back. I got his Pro Drive sitting in my shop. I'm gonna try to see what I could do to fix it. He told me to go ahead and just try to sell it, and said if I wanted to just try to sell it, he was gonna buy a new motor, but he said it'll probably be 2 or 3 years before he buys a new motor. So in the meantime, he's helped me out. I ain't gotta get myself in debt. I can save up money for another year and just pay cash for a hole in a trailer for this motor to go on. So that was mighty nice of him. Alright, we're gonna call it. Not too many ducks flying around. Whole lot of coot, whole lot of, you know, poodles, what we call them. Whole lot of that. Whole lot of people shooting at them. So we'll let them have the coot. I need to go find a place where they got some ducks, cause this ain't it. So we're gonna go explore. Got a lot of gas. It's still early. It's not even 8:30 yet, and a little after 8. I'm gonna pick up everything, and we're gonna go explore and see if we can find something else. So I'll bring y'all back if I see something interesting. We're gonna have to figure something out. Oh, there there is not near enough room. Back there to sit and drive this thing, even semi-comfortably. Like I would almost need to do it like this. I guess that's what I need to do. We got 8 in the boat. Lost 1. It happens. Like I said, I hadn't been out here in a few years. I used to have a boat, mud boat. I used to hunt quite often. Then we started hunting when my parents moved out west Louisiana, southwest Louisiana. We started hunting out there, hunting rice fields, and I got spoiled to it, I'll be honest with you. And then, worked with a guide and all, and the guy that we worked with gave it up after 40-something years of guiding. He gave it up, so lost my place to hunt. But we still go on a few hunts out there every now and then, but that's why I wanted to get another boat so I can go hunting. I didn't have a whole lot of time today. I haven't done anything. I haven't put a blind on the boat. Like I said, I've had the boat a little while, but the way I've been working, and then I was sick, I hadn't had time to fool with nothing. So we're not ready to do some actual duck hunting. About a second split, it's gonna be on. I got 2 weeks off at the end of the year. It's gonna be on. We're gonna make something happen. We're gonna get on some ducks. We're not gonna be messing around over here with these poodoo and all. We're gonna go get on some actual ducks somewhere. So